June 12, 2026. Let's get into it. Quick shout out to today's sponsor Compete Token, the gaming crypto that actually has real games. Link in the description. Elon Musk just became the world's first trillionaire, and crypto markets had a front row seat. SpaceX priced the biggest IPO in history at $135 a share, raised $75 billion at a $1.8 trillion valuation, opened at $150, and ripped to $172 on day one. Oh, and SpaceX itself is sitting on 18,700 Bitcoin, worth about $1.2 billion. The Bitcoin treasury chads are now Musk's biggest unintentional investor letter. But here's where it got messy for crypto. Binance, Bybit, and BitGet all had to refund customers because X stocks couldn't actually land any allocations, so the tokenized SpaceX pre-IPO campaign ate over $500 million in deposits and delivered nothing. Meanwhile, a whale on Hyperliquid opened a $22 million leveraged long and is already up over $1 million in unrealized profit. Some people bought the IPO, others bought the perp. Guess who won? Someone moved $120 million through Monero, and Tether casually froze $72 million like it was nothing. The mystery entity pushed that much USDT through Tron, then dumped buy orders into Monero so heavy they sent the price from 330 to 438, a 33% spike in a single session. Privacy coin, except everyone watched it happen live. On-chain detective Zach XBT traced the rest across exchanges and instant swaps, and Tether stepped in and froze the $72 million linked to the activity. Look, that's the bull case and the bear case for stablecoins on one screen. Censorship resistance is dead, but so is the laundering ring. Sam Bankman-Fried just lost his big appeal, and a Trump pardon is officially his last lifeline. The Second Circuit unanimously upheld the 25-year sentence, calling the government's evidence, and I quote, conservatively stated, robust. The judge wrote that SBF used FTX as his own personal piggy bank for real estate, political donations, and Alameda bailouts. Brutal write-up. About time. He's now applied formally for a Trump pardon. Trump told the New York Times in January he has zero plans to grant it. Drake released an album recently calling for SBF's release, which the critics panned and which is somehow the saddest part of the whole appeal. Bitcoin's bottom is in at $59,000, and Standard Chartered says crypto winter is officially over. Jeffrey Kendrick's note Friday declared the cycle low locked in, a 53% drawdown from the October all-time high of 126,000. His exact words, winter is over, welcome back to crypto spring. Finally, somebody on Wall Street just says it. He's holding a $100,000 Bitcoin target and a $4,000 Ether target by year-end, pointing to the SpaceX IPO and a possible US-Iran peace deal as the catalysts. Bitcoin's back to about 64,000. If he's right, the people who panic sold at 59 are going to be very upset. Japan's MicroStrategy just bought itself a securities firm. Metaplanet, the third largest public Bitcoin holder on the planet with 40,177 Bitcoin worth $2.6 billion, agreed to acquire SIBO Securities for 2.1 billion yen, about $13 million. The firm rebrands as Metaplanet Securities and starts rolling out Bitcoin-linked yield products directly to Japanese retail. CEO Simon Garovich is calling it the first step of Project Nova, his plan to build a Bitcoin-centric financial ecosystem in Japan, where households are sitting on $7.4 trillion in cash and deposits looking for yield. The dollar's losing reserve status one balance sheet at a time, and a Tokyo-listed company is now offering Bitcoin bonds to grandmas. We are so back. 11 countries just took down a $390 million crypto money laundering ring. The Audia 6 mixer-as-a-service ran for ransomware crews from 2022 to 2025, charging 3 to 10% to clean stolen crypto in about an hour. Eurojust and Europol grabbed 2 Russian and Ukrainian admins in Georgia, seized 25 domains, 30 servers, 80 vehicles, and froze about 900,000 in crypto. Same crew was also running a dark web marketplace called Dark2Web. This is the good kind of crypto crackdown, going after the actual criminals, not honest builders. More of this, less of vetoing Mika bills for fun. BlackRock just filed to launch its Bitcoin Income ETF on Nasdaq next week. The ticker is BITA, the fee is 0.65%, undercutting every rival covered call Bitcoin fund on the market, and it generates yield by selling call options on BlackRock's $49 billion IBAT spot Bitcoin ETF. Bloomberg's Eric Balchunas is betting on a June 18th launch. which would beat Goldman Sachs to market by 2 full weeks. The world's biggest asset manager racing the world's most punchable investment bank to ship Bitcoin yield products to retail. 5 years ago, Jamie Dimon called Bitcoin a fraud. Now BlackRock's printing fees on it monthly. Iran-linked hackers just threatened the World Cup with hijacked FBI drones. The Handala Group, same crew that breached FBI Director Kash Patel's email earlier this year, claims it has months of facial recognition and license plate footage from FBI surveillance drones around World Cup venues. They're threatening teams with FPV drone strikes on team buses, which is a sentence I cannot believe I just read out loud. The catch? Site Intelligence already debunked at least one piece of their evidence. It turned out to be a 2024 clip of a US police department surveying tornado damage, so the hackers got caught running Getty Images as their leak file. Take the threat seriously, but maybe also hire a fact-checker, guys. The SEC just proposed killing the biggest legal barrier to tokenized stocks on DeFi. Rule 611, the National Market System rule that bans trade-throughs, and Rule 610E are both on the chopping block. Galaxy's Alex Thorne called it one of the biggest unlocks yet for tokenized stocks because automated market makers literally cannot comply with those rules. They were structurally illegal under the old framework. The SEC plans to replace them with a best execution standard, which would finally make AMMs legal venues for tokenized US equities. This is what we've been asking for. The SEC under the new regime is the same SEC that sued Coinbase 18 months ago, and now they're handing DeFi the keys to the stock market. Wild times. Crypto logos just took over the White House lawn. Trump's UFC Freedom 250 event Sunday, held on the South Lawn for his 80th birthday, will feature Polymarket, VeChain, Stake, Crypto.com, and Exodus all branded across the octagon. Polymarket is presenting some kind of public servants award. Exodus just got named the UFC's official payments partner. And here's the chef's kiss. Dana White confirmed athletes who win Fight of the Night will pocket $1 million worth of CRO, the biggest bonus in UFC history, paid in crypto, on the White House lawn. Whatever you think about the politics, the optics of crypto sponsors literally surrounding the president while he watches MMA on his birthday is genuinely insane. We've come a long way from rat poison squared. Don't forget to check out Compete Token, the gaming crypto with real games, link in the description. That's your crypto pulse for June 12th. I'll see you tomorrow.